NFL season is right around the corner, so what does that mean? That means I got to give you guys my predictions for this upcoming season. What is going on, y'all? FaizSportsTalk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL like I mentioned, because I'm here to give you guys my predictions for the division, so division winners, okay? We love predicting division winners, so we're going to get right into it. Before I do, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, if you're new, make sure to go ahead and do so. Hit that big red button and make sure to turn on post notifications because you're not going to want to miss my videos because I'm bringing a lot of videos out this NFL season, so you're not going to want to miss them. Go ahead and do that down below. Also, hit me up on my social media links down below for that. My Twitter, my Instagram, active on both. Hit me up with questions, whatever you guys want. Let's talk, let's debate. But with that being said, let's get into it. Let's talk division winners for this. So I'm going to keep this very simple. Just going to go through every division. Going to give you guys my pick in every division. And just going to give you guys a reason for my pick in every division. So just keeping it very simple. So with that being said, we're going to get started with the NFC or AFC. Let's start with the NFC, okay? Let's start with the better conference, and let's start with the NFC East. And really, when I say better conference, when I did my predictions, folks, the NFC ended up being, obviously, it is a better conference, but it ended up being more anticlimactic than the AFC. And I'll tell you why, because you guys will see the division winners are very strong in their own division. So, again, starting with the NFC East, I've got the Philadelphia Eagles winning this division, the Super Bowl champions. Now, obviously, it's easy to say that because the Eagles just won the Super Bowl, but they didn't really lose much this offseason, okay? Most of their guys are still back. In fact, their starting quarterback is coming back. Carson Wentz, yes, he might not be ready for week 1, but you know he's going to be back coming off that ACL injury. And so you're adding your starting quarterback. You're adding the probable league MVP last year. He was supposed to win the league MVP until obviously he tore up his knee, and then Tom Brady won it. But you're adding Carson Wentz, which is obviously going to give you the biggest boost. And the other teams in the division, you're talking about the Cowboys lost just about everybody. Jason Witten retired. Des Bryant they cut. Bryce Butler's gone. So I don't even know who Dak's going to throw to. They're just going to feed Zeke the ball. You take a look at the Redskins. They switched out their quarterback. Alex Smith, they have him now. Their receiving options, I mean, they added Paul Richardson. Really not too much there. And then you look at the Giants. Giants got Saquon Barkley in the draft, who's going to give them a little bit of a pop. You know, OBJ's going to be there, but he's got some contract issues. Eli Manning's still a starting quarterback. But outside of really Saquon, no really impact players were added to this division. And so by default, you got to give the Eagles enough respect to say that they're going to win their own damn division. So I'm going to go with the Eagles to win this division easy. Let's move on to the AFC. What am I doing? NFC North. And I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings, okay? Now, the Vikings obviously are also stacked just like the Philadelphia Eagles. And so for that reason, that's why I have to go with the Vikings, even though this is a very strong division in a team with the Green Bay Packers, with the Chicago Bears, with the Detroit Lions. Now, the Vikings, to me, I like their roster even more than the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? They upgraded their quarterback as well, and Kirk Cousins. Their defense is just as stout, a top 5, arguably the best defense in the league. They've got their receivers coming back in Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Their rookie running back stud, Dalvin Cook, is coming back. So they're a team that, believe it or not, is getting better than they were last year. So I'm taking Minnesota to win this division. I love Aaron Rodgers, but the Packers overall as a team, the roster is not as good as Minnesota. The Bears, who I love, is an improving team, a potential playoff team, certainly do not have the roster that the Vikings do as well. And Detroit, I don't care about the Lions. I don't think they're going to be very good. Okay, let's move on to the NFC South. And this is the division where there might be a little bit of a mix, okay, in terms of who could win this potential division. I've got the Saints winning this because I believe they are the best roster on both sides of the ball. So again, that's the theme here, right? We've picked the Eagles, we've picked the Vikings, two teams that are good on both sides of the ball. You take a look at the Saints, they still have a prolific offense with Drew Brees. They added Cameron Meredith. You've got Alvin Kamara, the rookie sensation running back. Yeah, I know they lost Mark Ingram for a little bit, but I think they'll be able to handle it, especially giving more load to Alvin Kamara. That's never a bad thing. You still got your stud receiver in Michael Thomas. And then on the defensive end, you've got your stud defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore. They added, Marcus Davenport in the draft. They traded up to get him. So they have significantly upgraded their defense. And so to me, looking at both sides of the ball, I am taking the New Orleans Saints. We take a look at the other teams in this division. The Atlanta Falcons certainly could be a threat to win this division as well. But like I said, I like the well-roundedness of the Saints a little bit more than the Falcons. And I like the defense certainly of the Saints more than I do with the Falcons. The Panthers, you take a look at them, and I think they're going to have a bounce-back season. I think Cam is going to play really well. They did add C.J. Anderson to the run game, but I think it's still Christian McCaffrey's job, really. And then they have DJ Moore as the new #1 receiver. So in terms of the Panthers, I just don't think they have as much talent as the Saints do. And then we take a look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the last team of the division. Let's not even go there. They're a mess, okay? So there we go. I have the New Orleans Saints winning this division. And finally, let's move on to the NFC West. And again, another easy division for me to predict. I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams. And folks, I think they're going to win this division pretty easily, though I do like the San Francisco 49ers a lot. With Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo, those two are going to make a very, very scary tandem as a coach and quarterback. But with that being said, the Rams are just stacked like pancakes, folks. What they did this offseason, I mean, my God, they just added. It felt like they didn't have a salary cap this offseason. That's how many players they added. You just take a look at the defensive side of the ball. Added Marcus Peters, Ndamukong Suh, Aqib Talib, Sam Shields. You signed Ty Gurley to an extension. You traded for Brandon Cooks. You still got, Robert Woods. Jared Goff is improving now and going to be in year 3, I believe. And you've got your rookie coach of the year in Sean McVay. I mean, my God, what else do they need at this point? So the Rams are absolutely stacked, arguably the best roster in the entire NFL, and they are definite Super Bowl contenders to me. So they're easily going to win this division, though, like I said, I like the 49ers a little bit. Seahawks, too many holes on that team. Way too many holes on that team. And the Cardinals, same as well. They just do not have enough talent at all to match up with the Rams. So the easy division winner is the Los Angeles Rams. Let's move on to the AFC, and we'll start with the AFC East. And again, might be a boring pick, but I have to go with the New England Patriots, folks. Until I see otherwise, I'm just going to keep picking the Patriots until we all die. Okay, that's what's going to happen because Tom Brady apparently does not want to retire. And really, the rest of the division doesn't want to improve. That's all that's going on here. So one's got to give, right? So either Tom Brady retires or the rest of the division improves. Neither happens. You pick the Patriots and you move forward. Well, real quick, I will talk about the other teams. Jets, I like Sam Darnold. It's a rebuilding year. Hope Sam Darnold pans out. That's all you can wish for Jet fans. Nothing else. Same with the Bills. Josh Allen, you hope he pans out. He might start now with A.J. McCarron out with the broken collarbone. So you go with that, and you be happy. Miami Dolphins, you're an absolute mess. I don't know what you guys are doing this offseason, but my God, you need a complete rebuild, okay? Let's move on, okay? Let's move on to the AFC North. And again, going with another boring pick here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But again, they just have so much more talent than the entire division. They literally would have to choke it away. You're talking about, okay, a Cleveland Browns team who is going to be very much improved. Added Jarvis Landry, added Baker Mayfield, #1 overall pick. Josh Gordon's coming back. I like David Njoku. Carlos Hyde they added as running back. They drafted Nick Chubb. So Denzel Ward. So a lot of good talent addition to the Browns, but they won 0 games last year. You don't go from 0 to division winner. You go from 0 to maybe like 6 games, 5 games, 7 games, something like that. So I'm predicting the Browns to do that, okay? We move forward with the other teams in this division with the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are okay. I just don't trust Joe Flacco. He's been very inconsistent these past couple of seasons. Lamar Jackson, he's exciting, but again, he's going to be inconsistent as well. So it's very tough. And then the Bengals are just the Bengals every single season. They really don't do much. They couldn't even get rid of Marvin Lewis. So I have no hope in the Cincinnati Bengals at all. Let's just not even talk about them. Pittsburgh Steelers have just the most talent. They've got 3 Bs, Big Ben, Le'Veon, and AB. And until they've got those guys, they'll keep winning this division. Shout out Juju Smith-Schuster, who I love as well. But like I said, they just have a talent advantage over this division. Let's move on to the AFC South. Now, this is finally a division where it's not very apparent. We don't have a clear-cut winner in this division by far. But I'm going to go with the Houston Texans, and the reason I'm going to go with the Texans is because they do have arguably the most talent in this division, but also the fact that they have the easiest schedule in the entire NFL, folks, okay? So it doesn't get better than that. When you've got the easiest schedule in the NFL, you're going to be at an advantage. Guess who had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year? The Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, that's right. So the Texans, even though I'm not a big fan of them, just because of the fact that they have the easiest schedule, I have to have them winning this division. Though I do like the other teams in this division. Of course, Andrew Luck is coming back, so the Colts are going to be improved. Also, they drafted Quentin Nelson with their first-round draft pick, and he's going to help that O-line a lot. So overall, the Colts will be improved. We take a look at the Tennessee Titans. They added Deion Lewis. Marcus Mariota had a very bad year last year. I think he's going to have some positive regression. I like Marcus Mariota. And last year, 13 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. I don't know how the hell that happened. But this year, I think they're going to fix some things. I think they've got a good running back combination. Corey Davis is one of my breakout players at receiver, so I like the Titans as well. So we take a look at this division, though. I'm going to have to go with the Houston Texans. And I know I haven't talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the reason I'm not picking the Jaguars, even though I do think they will still be very good as well in this division, is just because I feel like Blake Bortles at this point is going to be exposed more so with the rest of the division getting better. So look, you don't have the easy wins over Indy like you did. I don't think the Titans are going to have the Marcus Mariota of last year. So easily Blake Bortles is the worst quarterback in that division. I don't think they're going to be able to overcome it like they did last year with their elite defense. I think it's just going to be too much. I think Houston Texans with Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller, Lamar Miller, and company are going to take this division, and they're going to take it over, obviously, the other team. So let's move on to the AFC West, another division with a little bit of suspense here. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers. So in this division, it was tough for me. I could have gone with the Chiefs. The Raiders, you don't know what's going to happen with John Gruden. Broncos, I'm not considering them a contender. Certainly, they did upgrade at quarterback, but really you went from Trevor Siemian to Case Keenum. I think Case Keenum is going to go back to being a career backup that he has been, even though he balled out last year with the Vikings. But I have to go with the Chargers because, again, the theme here is best overall roster. I think they have the best quarterback in this division, too. You can make the argument between Phillip Rivers and Derek Carr, but I'm going to take Phillip Rivers. Patrick Mahomes I like as well on the Chiefs, but he's just a rookie. So they have the best quarterback in this division. And they've got Mike Williams coming back. They've got Forrest Lamp. Their O-line coming back. O-lineman coming back from last year. You take a look at, even though they lost Hunter Henry, you still have guys coming back that can replicate the success. Melvin Gordon is obviously their starting running back. He's going to provide some good support for Phillip Rivers in the run game. You still have Keenan Allen, who had a great year last year. So overall, roster-wise, the talent and the corners that the Chargers have, their defense is going to be absolutely loaded, especially in that secondary. So I have them winning this division. Chiefs are going to be very good as well with Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. That connection's been deadly in preseason. Of course, you got Kareem Hunt as well, but he's a rookie. You got to temper expectations a little bit, and I just don't know what to expect from the Raiders with John Gruden and Derek Carr. I think John Gruden's going to run a very, very traditional, little outdated offense, and I'm just not a big fan of that. You got the Khalil Mack situation hanging over their heads. Marshawn Lynch is a year older, so I'm just going to have to go with the Chargers in this division. So there you have it, folks. I'm going to go through all of the division winners one more time. NFC East, I have the Eagles. NFC North, I have the Vikings. NFC South, I got the Saints. NFC West, I got the Rams. AFC East, I got the Patriots. AFC North, the Steelers. AFC South, I have the Texans. And AFC West, I have the Chargers. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree with any or all of those. You could disagree with all of those. That's fine. Leave a comment down below. Let's talk about it. Hit me up on my social media. Links down below for that. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. It really helps me out. And go ahead and comment. And thank you as well, as always, for watching.